The Yamaha CS-80 is widely regarded as a highly esteemed and valued synthesizer, famous for its technical complexity and unconventional features. During its era, the device had notable attributes, including the capability of producing 8 simultaneous voices, the ability to save patches in memory, and the inclusion of polyphonic aftertouch functionality. The instrument has the capability to produce exceptional analog strings, brass, drones, and pads, characterized by the distinct and well-known sound of a classic polysynth. Here are a few preset sounds, and for this episode I am using the GX80, a plugin from Cherry Audio which is a hybrid that emulates the Yamaha GX1 and the CS-80. But before starting, it is important to note that the material provided is purely situated on personal opinion based on research, and is not influenced by any sponsorship from the company in the subject or any other. During the 1970s and early 1980s, Yamaha emerged as a prominent producer of analog synthesizers. The CS series may trace its origins back to the development of synthesis modules designed for the GX1 Electone organ during the early years of that decade. These modules were then used in the creation of the SU1 and SU2 monophonic synthesizers. The instruments included synthesis modules, based on discrete components for voltage-controlled oscillators, voltage-controlled filters, voltage-controlled amplifiers, and envelope generators. The GX1 model was housed in a sturdy epoxy harness to ensure stability, resulting in a substantial weight for the units. The instrument had a weight of 387 kilograms and constituted 3 keyboards, 25 bass pedals, and 36 tone generators, which refers to Yamaha's comprehensive phrase for an oscillator and its associated attenuating components arranged on a single circuit board. Additionally, this instrument was priced at $60,000 on that time, equivalent with $260,000 in our days. Although possessing exceptional capabilities and expressive qualities, the synthesizer's economic viability was limited by factors such as its weight, complexity, and high price. Following the introduction of the GX and SU models, Yamaha proceeded to enhance the discrete component-based synthesis modules by developing a range of integrated circuits known as the Yamaha IG series. These integrated circuits were manufactured by Mitsubishi throughout the 1970s and early 1980s under Yamaha's supervision. In the late 70s and 80s, the majority of makers of analog synthesizers relied on general-purpose synthesis chips developed by SSM and Curtis Electromusic. However, Roland emerged as a notable exception as they successfully produced their own unique analog synthesis chips. This achievement set them apart from their competitors in the industry. Except for a single case, all Yamaha CS series synthesizers were constructed using exclusive analog and digital circuitry without the use of microprocessors. The achievement of full-voice polyphony without a CPU in the polyphonic CS-50 with 4-voice, CS-60, and CS-80, 8-voice, is particularly remarkable. This feat requires extensive hardware engineering, and Yamaha was the only business at that period with the necessary resources to successfully do it. The Poly CS models were heavy. For example, the CS-80 weighed about 100 kilograms. Due to Yamaha's rigorous quality control practices in manufacturing, a considerable number of CS-80 synthesizers have survived 4 decades of use and continue to be operational in the present day. During the first years of the 1980s, synthesizer innovators began incorporating microcomputer technology into their designs, enabling the creation of programmable polyphonic instruments. This integration allowed for the use of the microcomputer's memory to store various settings and configurations. Sequential Circuits, a notable maker of synthesizers, was the first to introduce a commercially available model operated by a central processing unit CPU known as the Prophet 5. This was then followed by the Roland Jupiter 8, Oberheim OBX, Moog Memory Moog, and Yamaha CS-70M. All of which use the Z80 microprocessor. The CS-70M, on the other hand, has unique characteristics. The device included innovative features like digital faders, which generated a 5-bit code rather than a voltage, an external memory based on magnetic strips, a programmable dual-channel synthesis that remained entirely analog, and a polyphonic sequencer as its crowning achievement. The engineers used a wide range of techniques in the development of their final analog product. The CS-70M marked the culmination of Yamaha's analog synthesizer series since it was succeeded by the completely digital GX1 in 1983. This groundbreaking release had a profound impact on the landscape of popular music during the subsequent decade. But this is another story. Now back to Yamaha CS-80. The model was developed with a notable feature of 8-voice polyphony, enabling the musician to generate 8 notes simultaneously. This capability was made possible by the CS-80's 16-tone generators, resulting in each note being produced as a dual tone. In addition to its tonal capabilities, the CS-80 offered a level of expressive control that was previously unmatched. Unlike the patch system seen in prior modular synthesizer, this control was designed to be user-friendly and straightforward. Consider the tactile ribbon controller as an illustrative case in point. This controller consists of a vertical black bar that facilitates the execution of polyphonic glissandos, allowing for seamless transitions between many notes by the act of running one's finger over the surface. According to Yamaha, the CS-80 was designed to possess the touch qualities of a conventional acoustic piano, with a keyboard with weighted keys and incorporating settings that attempted to emulate the functionality of sustain and sostenuto pedals. Moreover, the instrument has the capability of polyphonic aftertouch, which allowed for the modulation of sound by adjusting the pressure applied to each individual note inside a held chord. Nevertheless, similar to other analog synthesizers, the CS-80 had some known limitations. Despite being reduced in size, as I mentioned before, it had a weight that exceeded that of the typical human being. The oscillators were very susceptible to variations in temperature and humidity, which had the potential to cause significant disruption. Another possible limitation was the absence of digital memory. The analog patch memory of the synthesizer was not synchronized with the subsequent digital equivalents that emerged shortly afterward, such as the Prophet 5. Although the CS-80 had a temperamental disposition, it had the ability to achieve remarkable sonic performances. You may hear the Yamaha CS-80 sound in songs from musicians and artists like Brian Eno, Herbie Hancock, Kate Bush, Vangelis, Michael Jackson, and the list can go on. As a conclusion, the Yamaha CS-80 is a famous and iconic synthesizer that has irrevocably marked the world of music production and electronic music. It is widely regarded as one of the most influential musical instruments of all time. Since its introduction, artists and producers have regarded it as one of the most desirable instruments available due to its warm and expressive tone, cutting-edge features, and one-of-a-kind design. Despite its rarity and age, the CS-80 continues to captivate artists with its warm, organic analog tones and polyphonic capabilities. While it is a difficult and costly instrument to acquire and maintain, its impact to the world of music cannot be understated. And it is still regarded as a timeless classic that will continue to inspire and shape the soundscape for future generations. Thank you for watching. If you want to support my work, there is a link in the description. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification.